Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about makeup sponges. I have a beauty blender and some dupes I want to talk about. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, so right away, the beauty blender is incredibly popular, but it's also $20. $20 is kind of extreme for a makeup sponge. However, there is a huge cult following because it is pretty miraculous. It does apply makeup flawlessly and beautifully, and it's wonderful. It is a wonderful, wonderful sponge. You use this side to bounce on your makeup for just a nice airbrushed finish. You can use the pointy end around your eyes or your nose, or to dab blemishes with concealer, that kind of a thing. It's just a really, really nice shape. It's nice and spongy. It helps to sheer out your makeup so that you don't look like a cake face, but it also works beautifully for like covering blemished areas because it doesn't wipe the makeup away, it just sponges it right on top, which is perfect and beautiful. Now let's get into the dupes and see if this is worth the money. So the second most popular one is probably the Real Techniques sponge. This one has obviously a different shape. It has this flat end, which is great for going under your eyes, and that little corner works great around the nose. You can use the rounded larger area for the larger areas of your face, and then this pointed end, again, you could use that under your eyes, or it works beautifully for dabbing blemishes. Other than the shape and price, this is $6 by the way, they're approximately the same size. The Real Techniques is a little bit larger. The sponginess is what the major difference is. This one is just a little more dense. It's not super dense, but it is definitely more dense than this one. This one is super, super spongy. It's majorly bouncy. I think that they are both amazing, and I use them both on a regular basis. This one, the top got chewed off by my daughter. I know, she ate my sponge. It's horrible. It used to be pointy. Again, the pointy end, we've talked about what that's useful for. And then this larger end. And then this, I guess, is just supposed to be ergonomic, a nice place to hold the sponge. Now the good thing about this is because it has that divot right there, when you bounce it against your skin, you can see it kind of creases there, and it makes it a little more bouncy. Even though the density of this is closer to this one, it's super bouncy like the Beauty Blender. So these actually, I feel like, are a closer dupe for one another just based on the bounciness. This one is a little more dense, and if you look at it, this one just looks a little more porous than this one. These are $10. Now this one is the same shape and size as the Beauty Blender. This one is from 100% pure. This is $13. This is incredibly dense. Let's see if you can see the difference. Not really. This is so dense. It's so thick. It's actually my least favorite of all of them because it's when you go to bounce your makeup on your skin, it's like pushing a rock on your face. It's just not very spongy, and so the makeup doesn't spread evenly. It just sort of, you know, lobs it on. It's just, you don't get that same airbrushed effect. It also doesn't blend as seamlessly over uneven areas. I really don't like this one from 100% pure. I mean, I guess it's fine if you want a really dense sponge. This could be useful for certain things. I can't think of anything, but you know, I don't know, each to his own, right? So this one I don't really care for, but these three I think are really nice. Again, the Beauty Blender is definitely the softest, spongiest, most porous of all of them. Now that doesn't mean that this soaks up your makeup more than these at all. In fact, I find that these probably soak up your makeup just a little bit more than this one. I don't know what the magic behind that is. It's like as much as it soaks it up, it also releases it or something. I don't know, I'm making that up. But anyway, I do think that these are fantastic sponges. They are much, much cheaper. So honestly, if you're on a budget, I would say go for like the Real Techniques, which is only $6, or even the Swissco, which is only $10. But if you can afford it, the Beauty Blender is a fantastic sponge. These ones also take a lot longer to dry because they are more dense. The one thing I will say though is that the Beauty Blender cleanser is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've used all sorts of makeup cleansers and they recommend using shampoo, especially like a baby shampoo, which is nice and gentle. But I don't know, they just don't work that well and they take forever to rinse out. This stuff is amazing. Now, I haven't actually tried the liquid form, I just really like the solid form. It comes in this little container, and it's a solid bar of soap, and then in here is a little like drying board. You can either take it out and wash your sponge or just leave it in here, and you basically just, you know, dab it on there and rub it on and then squeeze and rinse, and it rinses right out and it takes all of the makeup with it. It is amazing. This stuff is worth every penny. I will never use anything else now that I have tried this. So I absolutely recommend the Beauty Blender Cleanser. Again, you can get the liquid form, or I really like the solid. When you first get the Beauty Blender, it's the same color as this one, but it fades really quickly. The first time you wash it, all of this pink comes out and you're like, wow, what's happening? What is going on? They do have different colors. They just came out with a red one. There is a white one and a black one. And they recommend the black one usually just to hide the foundation stains, especially if you're using darker foundation, because the foundation will stain these, especially depending on what kind of makeup you're using. The white one is the pure one, I'm assuming because it doesn't have a bunch of pink dye in it, which is great for your makeup or skincare as well. It works really nicely for that. And then the red one I think is just cute. Okay, so that's it. That's my 2 cents on the Beauty Blender and a couple of the dupes for it. I hope this was helpful to you guys and that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.